Exactly. So, speaking of which, I just wanted to ask you, while we were speaking about the thing, what trajectory job seeker who's not getting a job should choose, you spoke about the application tracking system, the dreaded
Hmm.
and the dangerous ATS, ATS compliant resumes everywhere. Every job seeker usually get 10 to 12 messages or calls every day in the US from Nigeria. I do not want to take the name of places, but they say ATS compliant resume, ATS compliant keywords. So, what in the world is ATS in the first place, and how it works, and why it filter out so many good people with good skills?
Yeah, it's a lot of people see the applicant tracking systems as a negative, as a threat to them, a block to them getting the job that they want. But you know what? It's not. It can actually it can help you a lot, because what I always say, what I always do is when I worked on a resume for somebody, I say, right, I hate the term generic, but this is your generic. This is your template document. This is the one you can send to recruitment agencies, but you've got to tailor it for these. And it's not just for the applicant tracking systems. Not all companies use them. Okay. The applicant tracking systems scan the resume for keywords. And these keywords, if they're on your resume and you say you need to be about at least a 70% match, then it increases the chances of it being seen by a person. Now, some companies, some hiring managers are really good. They say they want to see all the resumes anyway, but they receive hundreds and hundreds these days that it makes it impossible. So they only then take the top ones. And the way that good candidates are getting missed is because they're not tailoring them. But it's also these applicant tracking systems, they're not just causing a headache for job seekers, it's a headache for recruiters as well and the hiring managers, because people are playing the game. They're putting all these keywords, effectively stuffing their resumes with keywords just to get through these systems. And then the person reading it has got to figure out, right, is this true or is it not? I would always say never, ever add a keyword or a key skill to your resume that you cannot back up in the evidence and experience section. And if you cannot talk about it confidently in an interview, because you're going to get caught out and you'll be shown the door, okay? Which isn't good at all. What you want to do is go through the job description, highlight all the keywords that are on it, then look at your resume and say, right, are those keywords on my resume? If not, what ones can I add? And add as many as you can. If I'm not opposed to AI. AI can help. Never, ever let AI write your resume for you, because it'll be generic fluff. And a good hiring manager can see straight away that it's been written by AI. I receive resumes from people to review, and I take one look at them and I know straight away it's been written by AI. Okay? You don't want to do that. It's far too obvious, and that's also causing headaches to hiring managers. No matter how good you are, if it's written by AI, a lot of the time it will end up in the bin or in the no pile. You can use it to help. So what you could do when it comes to tailoring your CV or resume, I use CV and resume as the same thing. I know it's different in the States, but a CV in Europe is a 2-page document, the same as an American resume. So it's interchangeable. You could put the job description, the key points of the job description, into whatever AI you use, say ChatGPT or Copilot, whatever, and ask the question, what are the critical keywords in this job description? And it'll do that bit for you. You can then check it against your resume, the list that it gives you, and see which ones you can add. What your AI will say to you is, let me add them for you. Let me rewrite it for you and add all of these. Don't do that, because again, it's not authentic. It's not your words. It'll add things that you have no experience in. So you need to go through that list. You need to figure out which ones you can confidently discuss in an interview, which ones you can add to your resume, and then add them. Don't just add them as a list of words, though. Find a way to put them into the experience section. as best you can. That's really important, because if you just stuff it with the top part of your, or a section of your CV or resume with keywords, again, it's obvious you're just trying to play the applicant tracking system game. Instead, read through the experience. How can you incorporate those keywords into what you've done in your writing? And it's not that difficult. Once you've done it a couple of times, you'll get really fast at it, and you'll be able to speed up how quickly you apply for jobs. So it's, so the applicant tracking system, they're a good, they actually help you in that respect. They help you to get your resume one step further in the process, to hopefully get an interview, but at least get it seen by a person. So it's, it's not the big black hole that a lot of people say it is.
Awesome advice. Awesome advice. I am enlightened. I never knew so much in-depth detail about the ATS.